occupational therapy is about helping people to be able to do the things that are really important to them in their lives. So for occupational therapists, the word occupation means things that people do every day. So it can be anything from getting dressed to gardening to going to work to driving a car to anything at all that people need to do within their day. And occupational therapists work to enable people to be able to do all the things they want to do and that are important to them.
Great for the nod.
My name is Ray Lee. I'm doing the Occupational Therapy programme in Glyndwr University. I was working as a custody officer in a court, which is a lot of dealing with people from different backgrounds, a caring nature sort of thing. You get to hear their problems and sort of look at a way of solving them. So I wanted to bring that into practice, and after researching the occupational therapy programme, it seemed like the best course to do to apply those skills into an actual job role.
My educational background is that I did a degree 20 years ago in fine art. After that I worked as a medical model maker for a few years, about 6 years, and then I got into occupational therapy through being an activity coordinator, working in mental health, working with occupational therapists. And then from there, after I moved up to the North Wales coast, I got a job with occupational therapy again, but this time working with orthopaedics as an OT assistant, which is where I was immediately before starting this course.
I've got 2 young children, and after having them I decided that I needed a career that's that I can make a difference in people's lives. So I wasn't sure at the time, so I went and did the A-level in psychology, and on the second year of that I did an Open University course to gain some academic experience. I work for Conway Council and I work within a learning disability centre, so I knew that I wanted to do something that made a difference to people that are vulnerable and that needed the extra help and confidence. So I looked into doing OT, and I came on a taster day and I met some of the OTs and I was really enthusiastic after meeting them.
I'm currently what we call an occupational therapy assistant for local social services, and from there I just feel like I can't progress any further because I haven't got the qualification. But I really enjoyed everything about OT as an assistant, and so that's why I chose this course, really, so I can go further on and go to different settings, things like that.
I was introduced to OT through my brother had OT input after he had a car accident, so they came to our house, so I was sort of first introduced to it then when I was about 16, and then after I finished my last degree I started working in social services, taking all the referrals for OT. So I was encouraged through staff and there to do the course, and I wanted to do it.
Dancing lesson you've ever seen. Yeah? Alright. So what you're going to do is help your partner to work. Get right in there to begin with, and as a partner say what it's like to have somebody right in there, and then allow them to have some movement. Yeah? Okay, follow me! Yeah? If you get right in, it's harder for them to walk, isn't it? Can you feel you going on? It's like a bridle mark.
Today we've been looking at the lower limb anatomy, which involves a lot of walking around in our shorts, looking at how the joints and the muscles all work together to aid you walking and your stance and things like that, and your stability. So it's a lot of practical today, which is enjoyable as well. It's not all just work, written work, and it's a bit of fun as well. So it's been quite a good day today.
On the course so far we've been doing anatomy, which is really interesting. It's quite interactive as well, so we sort of have to come in sports bras so we can sort of look at the different muscles and movements, and shorts, as you might have seen today as well. But I'm really enjoying the anatomy side of things, and then we're just looking at more in depth about occupation itself, the science behind it, the analysis behind it, philosophies. So it's just sort of getting back into the nitty-gritty of exactly what occupational therapy is.
anatomy classes are mainly a lot of practical, so we've got Malcolm who helps when we're trying to learn sort of the bones and muscles and joints. Like you saw today, we get involved in our shorts and things, so we look at each other's bodies and feel the bones and joints, just to help us learn a bit better. Really, it's a lot more interactive. Obviously, the other modules are, it's not so much, but we do a lot of group work, and it's not just sitting and listening to a lecturer talk at you.
We try to equip, or endeavour to equip, students with the skills and the practical skills, as well as the theoretical knowledge, which will allow them to become skilled clinicians at the point of them graduating and gaining employment within perhaps health or social care. So there is quite a strong element of practical work within the programme, and that might entail group work, it might entail learning how to splint and actually make a splint for somebody, maybe through to experiencing using a wheelchair. So it's very practically based, but it complements obviously a lot of the theory alongside that.
I think here at Glyndwr we're a small programme. Currently we have a maximum of 20 students in each year group. There's quite a high level of student support, and as tutors we very much have an open door policy, so students are very welcome to come and chat and talk through issues. We feel we're a very supportive programme, and Glyndwr University as a whole, I think, is quite supportive around people's learning needs and around enabling people to access higher education generally.
It's taken me, considering I've been building up to do this for the last 10 years, so it's taken me 10 years to make the decision to go to the next level and become an occupational therapist rather than an assistant. But actually, once the decision was made to do it, the whole transition into being a student again has been fantastic. The tutors are really helpful, the university is really friendly, it's a lovely small group, so we all feel like we're friends already, and you've got plenty of support networks. So for me, because I haven't done study for 20 years, there's a great facility at the library with study skills tutors you can use to get you back into writing essays and doing assignments.
I knew it was a really small intake, there's only 20 of us on the course, so it's really nice to sort of everyone knows each other really well, and the support at Glyndwr is really good.
It's quite homely really, because it's so easy, everything's so easy to access, everybody's really approachable, as cheesy as that sounds. But and the facilities are all to hand as well. I think it's nice, simple, easy place to get around.